All right, we're coming to you live. So, okay, this kind of falls in line with my investment channel. So, I'm not really going outside the realm. We saw Fox News drop today. Fox, we're talking about like Fox, the company itself, really. But Fox News is a big contributor to the revenue streams of Fox. So, it's them firing Tucker Carlson is huge, by the way. And I'm going to try not to get too political on this one, even though I love Tucker. I think Tucker Carlson's the only reason you should watch Fox News, but they got rid of him. So I never really watched Fox News to begin with. They're part of the mainstream media problem. I don't like mainstream media. I think it's become, well, I'm not going to say exactly what I think because YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube doesn't like free thought. So it wants its creators to fall in line. Sadly, that's going to be a total puss, and I'm going to fall in line. But let's see. Fox News stock. Let's take a look at Fox News stock. Now, I'm going to pull it up real quick. And yeah, I'm going to pull it up real fast just because I think what we're seeing right now is total bullshit. Give me one moment. I'm going to share my screen real fast. I had to react to this. Oh, dude, is that my boy Anthony? What's going on, Ants? Dude, I'm just doing some live videos. Probably going to drink a beer here in a few moments. I actually got the next 3 days off, so decided to do some live videos. And I saw my boy Tucker Carlson, by the way. Anthony, your dad and I think we're both. I think your dad's a Tucker Carlson fan. I don't know. But I love Tuck, dude. I don't really like Fox News very much. I think Fox News is a part of the problem. But Tucker Carlson being shit canned from didn't get my man. And we kind of had a bit of an hour reduction recently, so gives me more time to do videos and make a little money from the podcast. Yeah, dude. Your dad and I were big Tuck fans, dude. You can't cuck the Tuck. That's all I got to say. You can't cuck the Tuck. So anyway, I'm looking at the Fox News stock. It plummeted. The Fox company itself, their stock plummeted today the moment they told everybody that they were gonna fire their dude. He's their moneymaker. Tucker Carlson makes them money. All right, come on, man. Like Fox, that was the biggest boneheaded decision I've ever seen Fox make. And so I'm boycotting Fox News the same way I'm boycotting Bud Light. No, I don't really boycott any products. But no, the thing is, man, I never really watched Fox News at all. I'm not a Fox News guy. I don't even watch mainstream media. I try to avoid the news in general. But the only time I ever watch the news is if I see like a Tucker Carlson clip on YouTube. Hold on, my it's a little blurry on here. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, no, Tuck was probably, in my opinion, the best guy on Fox News, and then boom. So, I mean, I have no reason to watch Fox News anymore. So he's the only guy I ever watched. So, I'm a huge fan of Tuck. Hold on. Let me, but yeah, man, it's pissing me off, dude. It's pissing me off, bro. I got to learn how to share my screen on this because I don't know how. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I think I figured it out. Here we go. Okay. So as we can all see, we're looking at the screen real quick. So here's what we're looking at. This is like Fox News stock right now. Used to be easy to see on Google, but I guess now they've kind of gotten lame with all their shit. So we'll go real quick to just the Fox News. We'll go to the financials here. Yeah, so they went down 2.9%. Fox Corporation went down pretty big today. But yeah, Tucker Carlson's departure, man, that's real shit. You don't get rid of your golden goose. Yeah, dude, Anthony, man, I don't know, but here's got Gonna get Anthony some clout here. So subscribe to Anthony, everybody. Anthony Ingholm. I always say Ingholm. I always say your last name funny. I don't know what it is, but Ingholm. Ingholm. I don't know. I don't pronounce any names very well. But this is my boy Ants. Subscribe to the man's channel. As you can see, he is remaining sexy in the chat rooms. So make sure you subscribe. He's got some pretty sweet ass video. But yeah, no, I was just looking at Fox's. I mean, I might buy, even though I'm technically boycotting. They're actually pretty close to their fair value, though. So they're little. I mean, but they're going to lose a lot of revenue by not having Tucker on. I just don't know who you replace Tucker with, because Tucker, in my mind, is a guy who is seeking truth. Like, people may not agree with me on this one, but I do really see Tucker Carlson as a truth seeker. It's one of the reasons why I like watching his channel. He doesn't exactly bend a knee to the corporate establishment. And I think that may be one of the reasons why he got shit canned, because he doesn't bend a knee to the corporate establishment. But yeah, I mean, look at the stock right now. I mean, Fox Corporation went down. I think it even went down. I couldn't be all it lost today, though. Hold on. Now, are these the Class A shares, or are they the Class? So what about 5-day? It didn't really drop as much as I thought. I could have swore earlier today. Hold on. Let's look at Fox. So Fox Corporation. And now they have Class A shares. Hold on. Class A shares kind of matter. I think it was the Class A shares that were dropping heavily, because those are usually the higher value shares, in my opinion. Then you just have the normal Fox ones. Yeah, okay, they only dropped like 2.9%. Okay. Well, anyway, I saw some pretty heavy drops. I mean, that's still a big drop in a single day, just to let everybody know. That's insane. Yeah, the truth is, though, man, that sucks, man. That really blows. Anyway, you can't, just to let you all know, you can't cuck the tuck. You can't cuck the tuck. And we got Anthony with some sweet emojis here. And we got he's talking about the firing of Tucker Carlson. He's saying, yeah, that's stupid. I agree. Yeah, wild, all good. Wild, all good. Oh, yeah. But yes, I don't know what to say, because, like I said, I'm a huge Tucker Carlson fan. I'm trying to also tell everybody to subscribe to Anthony's YouTube page. I actually don't know what the URL is. I'll probably just look it up real quick on a separate YouTube tab. Yeah, take a look here. I gotta stop looking at porn on my computer. But let's see here. Oh, good shit. Oh, I'm losing connections unstable. What? I'm like fucking right next to my router. What the hell? Reverse MTV Cribs. Hold on, my connection. It's saying my connection is unstable. I'm on Wi-Fi trip. Dude, I'm right next to my goddamn Wi-Fi. I don't know why it's saying that my connection sucks. I'm having technical difficulties, everybody. That's they're trying to fire me. But let's see. Let me try to. Yeah, I'm still pretty pissed about it, man. By the way, anybody who's watching this, Anthony, if you can smash the like button, please smash the like button super duper hard as you can, because yeah, no, my connection seems to be better, but yeah, pound the like button, Anthony. I need you to pound the like button hard. Now let me share Anthony's. I do want to share Anthony's page, so let's see, Anthony Ingholm. Oh, there we are. So that's represent. Here we go. All right, we just gonna give that Anthony. Yeah, I gotta give that Anthony bump. So if you guys want to subscribe to Anthony, by the way, he might, I think he might be related to Tucker Carlson. Just gonna say that right now. So if anybody wants some, this is allegedly, by the way, allegedly he's related. So Anthony may, all I gotta say is just tap that ass, everybody. Tap Anthony's ass, stuff like that. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm so yeah, this video overall is just about the shock that I felt when I saw, dude, seriously, firing Tucker Carlson is like firing LeBron James, just getting rid of LeBron for nothing, right? No, like seriously, like getting rid of, now that's probably a terrible analogy, but seriously, Tucker Carlson was bringing in the ratings. He had the highest rated show in network, in the overall television networks. And it's like, why would you get rid of somebody who brings in the viewers? That makes zero sense to me. It's like, yeah, no, I am never like watching Fox News again. I never really watched them to begin with. Only person I ever watched on Fox News, Tucker Carlson. That's it. There would be occasions where, if Fox News is on, sure, I'll watch it. But yeah, no more, man. I'm done with all. I mean, I don't really watch the news. I'm not a news guy. I'll admit that. I try to avoid watching the news. But when I need an update on what's going on in the world, Tucker Carlson's usually pretty truthful. In fact, he's pretty much as truthful as he can be. And I think that he doesn't have, everybody has an agenda, obviously, but I think his agenda is more pure. If we're going to compare agendas, I think everybody's got a slight agenda, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. Everybody's got incentives. Everybody's got their reason for doing things. But yeah, no, just in shock and awe. You don't get rid of your prize stallion. And Tucker Carlson was the prize stallion of it all. I'm going to keep Anthony's link up there because Anthony is I'm going to say that Anthony's a sponsor of our show. Today, he pays me in, I think he pays me in V-Bucks for Fortnite. I don't even play Fortnite. So Anthony's going to give me like 10,000 V-Bucks that's his that's what he gives me for the shout outs. Going to get free V-Bucks for life from Anthony. So Anthony, I need some V-Bucks cards, please. Or give me some virtual credits for NBA 2K23. That's what I need. I need to start playing those games more often. Sponsored by V-Bucks. Yeah. So V-Bucks, or I'll take NBA 2K23 credits. One or the other. But no, I always like to give a shout out to my homies. Got to give my homies a shout out. And also Ty Lord. I don't know what Ty Lord's YouTube channel is. I think Ty Lord does more TikTok stuff, but I'd be proud to sponsor the Ty Lord as well and get on it. Free V-Bucks wipe. I need to put spray paint free V-Bucks on the back of my Dodge Intrepid. So that needs to be done. That's terrible. But yeah, no, still, I kind of feel like this is a reaction video that needs to be made. I actually was looking it up. The only people who seem to be reacting to Tucker Carlson are all the other news networks. And I felt like, well, they're not telling a truthful story because I think most media is a part of the problem. And they've been part of the problem. Mainstream media has been trying to control the way people see the world, and they're trying to turn people into more nihilistic, pessimistic people. And I don't think that needs to be, I think because every time you watch the news, obviously it's going to be a tragedy somewhere around the world. The old saying, if it bleeds, it leads. So if it's tragedy, people want to watch it. People like watching a train wreck. That is human nature. But I think it's exploitive to take advantage of that. Take advantage of that sort of human nature. But, there will always be somebody who does. And the best thing people can do is just not watch the news. Not watch the mainstream media, at least. I don't know. It's tough to say. It really is because, a part of me wants to think that they're not all trying to lie. But it's just, I feel like there's such a lack of truth in journalism today. And maybe there always has been, and I haven't even realized it. But in journalism today, I felt like Tuck was the closest thing to the truth. And when a big company like Fox News is firing the most truthful guy that they got, you know that the mainstream media is warped and screwed. And I think Tucker Carlson should actually just go on Rumble or YouTube or maybe both and just put himself out there. He could start a podcast right now and he'd be making money up the ass. Like I'd be jumping in. I love listening to the guy. I think it would be cool to hear an unfiltered Tucker Carlson's view of the world, because I mean, you can only say so much when you're constrained by a company like Fox News or a big entity like that. My YouTube channel, for instance, I do have to watch what I say though on YouTube, because sometimes YouTube moderators try to ban because they're not very fair. They don't like people with minds of their own or opinions. But to stick with the theme of my channel, like I said, looking at Fox's stock, their stock dropped about 2.9%. Not exactly a free fall, but it might be a good deal to buy Fox stock in Fox. But I don't know. They're getting closer to was it closer to fair value, I believe. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it's getting a little bit boring. If anybody wants to spice up the conversation, though, I can let's see. I'll just put the StreamYard link in, and whoever wants to join in. As always on the Michael Garza Show, it is a pure free-for-all. I have the StreamYard link, by the way. Anybody wants to join in, it's also in the chat. Feel free to copy paste the link from the chat and put it into your web browser or something like that. If anybody wants to join in, only rule is you got to keep your towels on, folks. Got to keep them towels on. But yeah, so that StreamYard link allows you to, if you're on a phone or if you're on a computer with some sort of camera, you can get on and talk to Daddy. I do have my handy dandy headphones in, so if I need to hear anybody, I can hear you all through these headphones. So, but I got no reason to use them at the moment because nobody's in the stream. But somebody does. Daddy's down. But yeah, so I guess what is the future of Fox News would be the question we all want to ask. And you have a good night, Mr. Anthony. I'm gonna keep on plugging my boy. But yeah, have a good night, man. All right, I'll tuck you in later. I'll tuck you in, man. No, just kidding. But drink, just lay down, get a good night's sleep, and just don't whack it off. Don't whack off too much now. No, don't whack off too much. You hear? All right, man. Later. All right. Anyway, so Anthony's going to bed. He's my prime time. He's a prime time man. Tucker, oh my God, don't tuck it in too far, bro. But yeah, everybody, I think I don't know what to think, man. I think like they have a good reason for firing Tucker Carlson, and I don't know if they do. I haven't seen any real reason to fire him. You know, it's funny, out of all Tim, my boy, hey, you want to get Tim, if you're interested, I got my headphones on and I got my StreamYard link. Oh, by the way, I saw the new Beavis and Butthead one that they premiered on YouTube. They premiered it on YouTube, a free episode of it. Pretty dope. But yeah, if I see Tim Smith is in the house, by the way. But yeah, Tim, if you want to get on, man, I got the StreamYard link. This is actually a very impromptu live reaction because I was actually pretty pissed. But yeah, I saw the new one where they're just like meditating or whatever, and they go to enlightenment. They go into the enlightenment. Oh my God, that killed me. And then there was another episode where they were going to the polls or something like that, and they thought it was like a strip club, and they were just like, "Where's the pole dancers?" Like, it was pretty good though. Classic Beavis and Butthead, man. I was laughing my ass off. I was watching the first episode on YouTube, the season 2, episode 1 on YouTube, because they like released the full episode for this premiere. I was like, it's fucking good. Yeah, I'll have to watch more Beavis and Butthead though, man. Pretty damn good. I love it. But yeah, we got Tim Smith heading on to the show here. He's going to give us a live reaction for our boy toy, Tucker Carlson. Now, I do admittedly love Tucker Carlson. I do. I think he is, people may not agree with him, but I do believe he is speaking his truth legitimately. And and they had two more episodes after. Oh man, I gotta watch more of it. But yeah, I've been using my dad's Paramount Plus subscription, so I'll probably have to check it out as soon as possible. At least I think it's on Paramount. Yeah, it's on Paramount. That's right. But good man. But we got Tim Smith about ready to enter, and I think he's about ready to enter in the ring soon enough. I don't know. I think he might be having technical difficulties or something, but I know he is hunting tripping old man Beavis. Oh my goodness. Damn it, Beavis. But pretty excited though. Here's the thing. I should not be so sad about Fox News firing Tucker Carlson. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you guys why. Oh, Tim Smith is going to be a little bit just, there ain't no rush, man. Ain't no rush. But yeah, I think Tucker Carlson can do better things in today's new media. I think he's stifling his career by just simply staying put at Fox News. And I think, honestly, just like any other firing he's had, because he's been fired from other networks. And usually it's not for any real good reason, from what I can tell. And I don't know. I think he's going to do great independently. I think it's fantastic that he has anyway, have a good night, Anthony, man. Woo! But folks, that's Anthony. Sexy beast. Total stud. The GOAT. Kicks my ass at basketball all the time. He's a fast kid and he shoots like a beast. But yeah, no, I think he's going to do very well. I do think Tucker's going to do just fine without Fox News. Obviously, he had one of the biggest followings I've ever seen for a cable news show. He was the #1 rated show across all the networks in the news. How do you beat that? Like, how? You tell me. All you people tell me. So I may cut this. It's maybe about a 20 minute. Well, 20 more minutes, I should say. I'll probably be on this live stream, but we got Tim Smith. Are you in the new place?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. It's just really a lot more empty. Oh, so you've been moving everything slowly. That's right.
Where's my name on the screen? I don't see it.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Something I gotta do to make that happen. It was I gotta hide. Oh, there we go. There we go. Whenever I highlight a person's comment, it just gets rid of the little names underneath.
Look at this. Got the Ronda Rousey American flag face shirt.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I dig it. Dude, what do you think about the Tucker Carlson firing? Did you hear about that today at all? Earlier?
Yeah, I heard about it. I always have coworkers tell me stuff, but I've always heard about it like 2 hours before them. So they're always like, "Oh my God, you see what happened?" But yeah, it's like, because I would say this, they always, like now a lot of times people get fired or some show gets canceled or someone gets canceled and they're always like, "Oh, this will be a new opportunity. Like things will spring up that'll be better." But
that's what I was thinking.
But this is kind of the ultimate version of that, because the only people left watching news on TV are seniors, and I don't know who else. Like just TVs that happen to be on in hotel lobbies at airports and stuff. That's the only way you see it.
Well, so, he was getting a lot of viewership on YouTube, though. Those Tucker Carlson clips they would release on YouTube were doing great. So it's like I think he has a following with a lot of people who are just tired of the wokeness. woke virus, the woke mind virus, I guess they call it. But
Yeah,
I
and I'm
think
hearing
people are
different
tired
stuff.
of it.
I'm hearing different stuff behind the scenes. Like he always had a problem with Hannity. Like they didn't like see eye to eye on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the week before he did a segment where he called out drug companies advertising, because that's like a major one. And then he did some other like thing, and then there was a Dominion lawsuit, but I think it was like a combination of stuff. And then AOC said like a couple days ago that they should fire him, and they did. But yeah, Fox News just that's all you had. He was your flagship show, the number one rated TV news show in the world, and you got rid of him. Like that's insane. But I think Fox News is maybe just going to get out of TV eventually. Like their ratings will sink to what CNN is, and then they'll just become, something. It'll be like I don't know. It'll be like CNN. I don't know.
Yeah, mainstream media, man. I don't understand. Like they've gotten. I just feel like they haven't adapted to the times at all. And what Fox News was doing great. Like Fox News actually, out of all the channels, they have the highest rated shows out of all news channels. Out of CNN has shit ratings compared. Like, I don't know if maybe it's just conservatives who still watch TV, I guess could be the thing. That's why the ratings are so high. I don't really consider myself a conservative. I really consider myself a libertarian, I guess. I try not to put too many labels on it, but I just don't like the woke culture. And I think that Tucker Carlson is a voice of opposition to the woke culture. And I liked it. I like hearing his takes. I like that he's a great interviewer. That's another thing. His interview with Elon Musk was pretty good. Like he didn't try to have any gotcha moments. He just tried to, even with people he disagrees with, he's pretty well. Sometimes he's kind of a dick to certain people if he feels like they're making no points at all. But I don't know. I just like Tuck's style. I like his style. I feel like he controls the conversation. He does what he needs to do. He's just fun to watch. And it's a shame. Fox News made a big mistake, and whatever he does next, which is he'll probably start a podcast or something. And I'll listen to it. If Tuck starts a podcast or something, or starts a YouTube channel, I'm all on board. I'd be a loyal subscriber. I love Tuck. He's great.
Well, it depends how much energy he has. Like he's got that website, the Daily Caller. He owns that. He could just put videos up on there. He could do a show on there.
Oh, the Daily Caller.
Matt Walsh.
He owns that?
Yeah, he owns that. That's his. Matt Walsh, he's getting like banned on YouTube and stuff like that. So he said from now on, I'm just posting my videos on Twitter. His show is on Twitter. So you're just going to watch it on Twitter now. So Tucker might do that, because I know Elon Musk wants to have more video content on Twitter to where people are actually just putting shows on there.
Really? Because that would actually expand my reach of my show, because I wouldn't mind because here's the thing about Rumble. I like Rumble and I'm okay with it, but it doesn't have a big user base. It's so tough to get discovered on Rumble, and they have a lot of bugs with their search. Their searchability features. There's a lot of bugs with it, and I'm still going to keep my Rumble account, obviously, and thank goodness for Spotify. Mm-hmm. Spotify has been huge, and I think Tucker would do great on Spotify and on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that the woke liberals on YouTube, the mods there, would probably find a way to ban him. So I don't know. I'm trying not to get banned on YouTube. I really am. That's why I decided to make this video anyway, because I'm not talking about anything controversial in this one. I'm just talking about a guy I respect. I think he's probably one of the best he's an opinion-based journalist, obviously, but he's still a journalist. He still does try to speak some truths, with his own opinion, obviously. But that's kind of how you make it in the news business,
Well, see, the thing about Fox is, he's used to having producers and writers and stuff, like a whole apparatus like that, camera people. So he's not going to have that on his own. But he has been doing that separate side interview show, which is good. He had like Curtis Yarvin on. It was a good interview. He's had a lot of different people on.
This only makes him more popular.
Yeah, and also like with YouTube, like you can Twitter, you can post a show now on there. If you just want to post an hour-long show or an hour-long video, you can. The Pumpkins did a live concert on Twitter like a few years ago from Seattle. It was a 3-hour show, and they just broadcast it live on Twitter. So you can do that now on Twitter, but I think what Elon wants is just exclusive like shows on Twitter. Like you'll be able to like scroll through and get episodes for people, and it's going to be like a whole thing. So he might do that, but
dude, if Twitter could become like the non-woke YouTube, I'm okay with that because I think Twitter sucks as it is. Like Twitter was already shitty before Elon got there, and I still think it hasn't changed much. But I like
Elon Twitter
Musk.
For like quick hits of like you can just put in a topic and then every few seconds see what people are saying. Here's a video of it, or it's like whatever's going on. It's just bad. Like I get news from there because instead of one reporter, that's why TV, like Tucker's leaving. TV is like you've got to watch like 10 minutes of a show and then sit through like Fox News sometimes has like 8 minutes of commercials if it's like late at night, and then you get another little clip of a show, and then you're back to commercials, and then by the time the show ends, you realize in an hour show you've only had like about 35 minutes. So with what is streaming and stuff, an hour is an hour. You're getting like a full hour of Tucker, whoever you're watching. So, but what I like about Twitter is it's like instead of one reporter telling you the news or one anchor, it's just millions of people every 3 seconds posting, oh, I saw this, I saw that. Now here's what's happening. Here's what just came out. Here's what people are saying. So it's just millions of reporters at your fingertips all at once on the ground in any city. So that's what I like about it.
That is the power, man. Because you get videos out quickly. All people have to do is whip out their phones and go up the Twitter app and just start recording a video real fast, and there you go. You got the ground reporting right there.
Well, it's like Tucker was on Gavin McInnes's old. He had a show. I think that was called Free Speech or Censored.
Free Speech. Actually, I watched that episode, the Free Speech podcast.
Yeah, but they're talking for like 10, 15 minutes, and Tucker's like, "Are we starting yet?" He's like,
he didn't even realize it was shooting. He was just talking as he normally does. He's one of the most authentic dudes.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like that's like his style. He's used to decades of TV where there's like a song, an intro, and then it comes in. You got a producer. All right, we're cutting to you, and now we're going to cut to the video. Like he's used to all that structured apparatus. Whereas this other stuff is two people to sit down, start talking. Like he's not as used to that, but like he could get used to that. Yeah.
I hope he brings back the bow tie. I love Tucker Carlson with the bow tie, man. I'll be down for it. I wish they would have given him a last episode, just one last episode, just so he could trash the shit out of Fox News. That's all I wanted, just one last episode on Fox.
Think of how the ratings would be for that if they fired him and they say this is his last episode tonight. That would have been.
He'd be like, "Fuck Fox, dude, fuck them." Well, I can't wait. I hope they don't have some weird thing in his contract where he can't like do other things outside of.
It might be like WWE does, where you can't do anything for like 60 days or 90 days or something like that. But you know what's hilarious is look how big Tucker became. Like I remember him as a kid on CNN. Like I didn't watch CNN. I would just flip across it once in a while. So I didn't watch any news like when I was really young. But I remember him on there. I remember the bow tie and the funny haircut. And he was on that show. He was on that show Crossfire.
Yeah,
where
it was all right show.
People arguing about stuff I had no idea what they were talking about. First, it was in like a small studio. Then they had an audience after a while. And then that got shut down. And then he vanished for years. He was on MSNBC. He was on different. The only thing I remember is Colbert making fun of him one time because he had a bunch of cats on that could walk high wires. It was like a cat circus. He had that on his show for some reason. And then I'm like, I remember that guy with the bow tie from years ago. And he kept. And then I don't know where he pops up on Fox and he starts getting bigger and bigger, and then he became enormous. Everyone's like, how amazing is Tucker? But for years he just kind of languished. Like no one was really paying attention to him that much. He got fired from this network, fired from that network, and he was like okay, but he never became like the crusader. He came like a crusader for all these like causes and stuff.
I think when you get fired that many times, you know how to pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of his edge to him is he's like, okay, fire me. I'm going to say what I want. And it's funny because I think he was poking the bear when he was talking about the negative effects of the drug companies and stuff. And when he had Robert Kennedy Jr. or something on, that was incredible. And then he had like Elon Musk. It was incredible. Like the mainstream media doesn't want to put out good stories. Mm-hmm. And if they have a guy who puts out good stories, he's doing exactly the opposite of what they want. They want to I think they just want to make people stagnant, and screw Fox News, man. Screw Fox News. They're basically Bud Light in my mind. You know, I wasn't really ever drinking Bud Light to begin with, but on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, who does Fox have? Like, I subscribed to the channel before I moved to where I currently am, because you have to pay like an extra $8 or something, but for Canada, because it's not part of our normal cable package. CNN is, but you don't get Fox. You got to pay extra, and you don't get it in HD. But you get CNN in HD. And I asked them, can I get Fox HD? They said no. But who's on there? Gutfeld's rated more than has the highest rated late night talk show. But I think those will go down if people leave because Tucker's gone. You
know, people are already starting to boycott, man. I think if you look up like if we go on Twitter right now, I'm just gonna pull up Twitter real quick. I'm gonna look up Fox News, see if like how many people are boycotting it. Like, so I'm not very familiar with Twitter. I don't use Twitter very heavily. I've tried. It just doesn't fascinate me. But you just search for a topic, right? You just go to where it says search Twitter, and you just type in like. So I just type in like Fox News or something.
Yeah, like say you type in Tucker, and it'll have like the tabs that say like top for top story, people, and then latest. I think is one of the tabs.
I do see trending.
Yeah, but if you type in a search for something and then go to the latest tab, and it'll just like every few seconds a new tweet will pop up about
the
whatever.
Latest tab. Okay, so there's a latest tab. I'll have it.
Isn't there? Let me see. I'm going to go to Twitter right now.
When you say latest, you just mean trending? Because it looks like it just says trending underneath. Some of them was like I typed in like Tucker, and it looks like Tucker Carlson trending.
No, if you type in Tucker, it should take you to like a
yeah, and then there's once you actually search for it, and then it'll say like top. Oh, here we go. I see what you're saying. It'll say like top latest people, photos, stuff like that. So I just go to latest.
I like the latest tab, and then I just keep refreshing it and just like. Bam, bam, bam. Sometimes it's just opinions, or other times it's like updates on stuff. But that's what I like. But
yeah, there's a lot of people going off right now. Let's see.
Are they?
yeah. Because I'm looking at cancel culture is demanding everyone must submit and stop supporting something or someone, not personality. Hey Tucker, what's up? Let's see. As someone who tends to find himself almost too centrist. Yeah, I don't know. The one thing I like about Tuck is I just felt like he was speaking his truth, and I still don't get. I just don't get it. And
yeah, but it's funny. Did he change, or it's like because, like I said, I remember him. He had to be, he would debate people. He had political opinions, but it was never a big deal. Like he was just another pundit. And then for some reason, the last like few years, he just exploded. Like, did he become different, or I don't know what happens?
I think the thing is he ditched the bow tie. Like, no, seriously, like he actually said the reason he ditched the bow tie was because people were more fixated on his bow tie than his actual opinions. So, like, he decided to go with like a straight up, like, more professional look. And good on him. I mean, sometimes, I don't want people to take me seriously. I hope people think I'm an idiot, but. But that's why I need to start wearing a bow tie. I need to do the Tucker Carlson, the classic Carlson, man, because I don't know, I've seen some of his older videos, and like when he was on that debate show, the Crossfire show on like CNN or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's pretty sharp. Like he was sharp then.
I think he was always good. It's just
didn't get noticed. I think the people didn't take him seriously because of the bow tie. I'm serious. I think the bow tie, once he ditched the bow tie and went to a normal tie, people took him seriously. I think that was the thing.
Yeah, he did look with that bow tie and the hair. He did look like an extra from like a Twilight Zone episode where someone goes back to like the 20s, like some old town. They hit a time warp. There's like 10 of those episodes of the Twilight Zone. But yeah, he looked like with the striped pants and the top hat. So. But yeah, Tucker. But if you're a Tucker fan, this is great news. You're only going to get more Tucker.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get him on YouTube or something.
You're not going to get a commercial every 8 minutes like on Fox News. It's just going to be you're going to get hours of Tucker.
Yeah, I want personal. Maybe he'll join Censor.tv.
Gavin, that's what he named his show today. It was We Hired Tucker, but it was just a joke. So.
Damn it! They're getting my hopes up right there, but
They could
No,
go to the Blaze. Daily Wire throw that money at Crowder. They might be able to afford Tucker.
oh, dude, if they could throw that money at Crowder, dude, how much do you think they're going to cream their panties just to throw like money at Tucker? They'd probably give away the whole bank.
And Don Lemon got fired today too, and no one cares because Tucker overshadows it.
Did you notice something funny? They actually showed they were talking about this on like the Pat Bet David podcast or whatever. I only listen to them when there's a topic that they're talking about I'm interested in. But and that was Tucker. They were talking about Tucker. They're like, compare the fact that Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson got fired on the same day. Now let's look at the stock prices real quick. The stock price for Fox goes down rapidly. The stock price for CNN, or the company that owns CNN, goes up rapidly. That means the firing of Don Lemon was a good thing, and the firing of Tucker Carlson was obviously a bad thing. Because dude, Tucker Carlson is their cash cow, their prize stallion. I don't know how many stupid analogies I can come up with, but he is their LeBron James. He is their Michael Jordan. You don't fire you don't get rid of your best player, especially when he's still playing at a high level. Yeah. And Tucker Carlson's playing at a high fucking level. So it's like,
yeah, I think he's only like 53. I mean, he's got, who knows, 30 years still. Like,
it's gonna bite him in the ass. It's gonna bite him in the ass. I mean, like, and what's great about Tuck is this: he doesn't have any real controversy going on. Yeah. He has controversial opinions, but he doesn't do anything terrible. Like, okay, like Bill O'Reilly, for instance. Okay, I kind of understand why they fired Bill O'Reilly on Fox when I know he's also kind of a hothead, yell at producers and be kind of a piece of shit. Don't know exactly what Tucker's like behind the scenes, but from what I've been able to tell from his interviews on like podcasts and stuff, he doesn't seem to like the mainstream media at all. And he's even admitted that he's been a part of the problem. Like, I've heard some podcasts where he's just like, I think I'm a part of the problem, and he just is mainstream media, including Fox. So I think a lot of it is like an image thing. And I think Fox News feels that he's dangerous because he's a person who thinks for himself. And people who think for themselves are considered dangerous these days. And that's sad because it's not, I see nothing dangerous about having a mind of your own. I think what's dangerous is when everybody gets together and starts thinking one singular thought, just thinking the same as everybody else. It's scary.
Yeah, well, look what he did with Fox News too. Is he took it from like their first big star was like Bill O'Reilly, who, if you look back at his show, if you watch old clips, it seems really dated. Like it's very much like a hokey news anchor thing from like the 70s and 80s, and it's almost unwatchable looking back. And then they ran with Glenn Beck for a while. Like Glenn Beck's changed a lot. He's a little different now, but when he was on Fox, he'd stand there with like that chalkboard and he'd draw diagrams about different conspiracies and stuff. And he looked insane. And like,
I remember those.
He was so crazy. He'd been off the air for years, and he wasn't even barely available in Canada. And when I went to like college and stuff, like people would bring him up in discussions of like being like some evil like person or something like that. I'm like, okay, but he's been off the air for like 5 years, and you can't even get his channel in this country anyway. Like, why
isn't he the owner of the Blaze?
Yeah, he runs the Blaze now, but
it's crazy because it actually makes sense because only Glenn Beck would hire Alex Stein. I love Alex Stein, by the way. I'm a huge Alex, but he is. I feel like I would be like having panic attacks having him having his show, because I look at his show and I'm like, bro, lawsuit waiting to happen. No, I love Alex Stein is so funny though. His sense of humor, by the way, kind of reminds me of like a Tom Green. I don't know if you remember Tom Green, obviously.
Yeah, we got Tom Green up here. Yeah.
Yeah, the greatest Canadian. He's the greatest Canadian of all time. I love Tom Green.
One of the funniest things ever is there's this black guy named It's Mr. Video. He reacts to movies online, Mr. Video, and he reacted to the Tom Green movie Freddy Got Fingered.
That's one of my favorite movies, by the way.
I'd forgotten about it, but I loved it at the time. But this guy reacting to it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's one of the dumbest movies of all time, but it's so fucking funny. Like it's just essentially it perfectly describes like the early 2000s. The type of humor that was around.
Time capsule. But yeah, it's like, so Glenn Beck, but then Glenn, I mean, he bought that giant compound now and he's got all these shows on it. It's a warehouse. Like Gavin was there. He's got a museum. Like Glenn Beck's got a museum. He's got all these historical artifacts, like documents and like just all kinds of like he's got like slippers from the Wizard of Oz, and he's got like movie stuff, just random stuff he bought that you walk through, and it's better than most museums apparently. But
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he was wild back in the day with the chalkboard, and Jon Stewart used to make fun of him. But then even he's got it together. But like you said about humor, like things weren't really funny when it was Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck. But now you've got Alex Stein, and like a bunch of people on the right have a lot of humor, which wasn't really allowed before.
Tucker's actually pretty funny. Like,
yeah, Tucker's pretty funny too. And he wasn't funny back then when he had the bow tie.
In a weird way, he kind of mocks the way the world is.
Yeah.
Which is fun. The way he just like he'll like laugh. It just like the absurdity of like the world. It's almost, I think he gets a bit of sick pleasure from how ridiculous the world is, and I kind of enjoy. I enjoy watching him have a lighthearted view of how things are, because I think he realizes the absurdities. I think he obviously, he definitely does, and I think he's definitely becoming more a part of the solution. I think that him at Fox News, like I said, hinders him. I think it really holds him back. And now he's untethered, no producer. He can say whatever he wants now. Like if he goes to Rumble, if he goes to Spotify, if he goes to Twitter, like you said, that's like 3 platforms that pretty much promote free speech. So he's, in my opinion, on the right path. YouTube, on the other hand, YouTube would probably censor him in a second. But
yeah, or he could just he could start his own thing, but like he could start his own network with different shows. I mean, anything could happen at this point. But I think with Fox, I think he just, because the money was probably pretty big, and it's hard to leave that. Like he might have wanted to leave maybe years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
don't get me wrong. You throw money at me, I would be on Fox News in a second. I mean,
but it's like that place, this place I'm living at now that I'm leaving. The rent was so cheap. It's like I put up with roommates who are insane, like a landlord who's horrible, like all this crappy stuff, just because the rent was so cheap until I was basically finally forced out. And now I've got a more expensive place. It's better, but it's just, you get hooked on like that part of it sometimes, and you need something to basically push you out the door. So Tucker basically got pushed out the door, but it's the right move kind of for everyone. So. But look at Project Veritas. They kicked out James O'Keefe. Like, he is your whole thing, James O'Keefe. And they fired him. And now they're still doing Veritas work. Like, they did a thing the other day that was pretty good. But then it's a win-win for everyone, because James O'Keefe is still doing his thing. So now you've basically got 2 Project Veritases. So now you've still got Fox News for whoever's left watching it. But now you've got Tucker on his own. That's another thing. So it's kind of a win-win for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, I think it's a win-win. But yeah, it's just funny. AOC had said fire Tucker like 2 days ago, and they did. But it's like, I don't know. But they said he might be the vice president. He might run with someone. He could run with like Trump or DeSantis or someone like that.
Having Tuck run as the vice president? Holy shit, man. I don't know. What I want to hear, though, is I want to hear what Tucker thinks now. I want to see, like, where does he go? Is he going to just take to social media? Is he going to get on his phone and be like, hey, everybody, got fired from, is he going to say he got fired from Fox News? What's he going to say? Like, is he going to be okay with it? Is he going to be happy? He's probably going to be, it probably is a weight off his shoulder, because I have a feeling that Fox News gets a little demanding. And also, I'm a little bit pissed. They barely have talked. Fox News is not barely reported about the firing of Tucker. They're like pretending he never existed. And I'm thinking to myself, you want to like that's the most pussy move I've ever seen in my life. The biggest pussy move for any news network, to fire the best thing they've ever had, best thing I've had in a while, at least, and then just pretend like he was never there. Like, you're just asking to be boycott. Just asking for a boycott, man. Like, I'm going to boycott. I at this point, I want to boycott all things Fox. All things Fox. Like, it's just crazy.
What was I going to say? Yeah, he's who's his first big interview going to be with? There must be like a Vegas site where you can bet on that.
No, maybe there is. I mean, you could bet.
Could be Bill Maher. Could be Bill Maher. It could be. I don't know. It could be. I don't think it's going to be. It could be Gavin. Could be Michael Malice. Who's bigger than those people, though? There's got to be someone. Could be Glenn Beck.
I can see him getting interviewed by Glenn Beck. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Here's my prediction. I think his first big interview is going to be Brian Stelter. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
How about this? His first big interview, Don Lemon. How about a Lemon and Tucker interview pay-per-view?
I would be okay with this, by the way. Like, I mean, I don't like Don Lemon, but I think it'd be fun.
Well, because Tucker's called Don Lemon the dumbest person to ever have a TV show. So that'd be hilarious.
Dude, it's so funny because the writing was on the wall with the whole Don Lemon situation, man. Like, it was just like, it was only a matter of time. And I think he kind of was aware of it too. So he's been getting more annoying and annoying. Like, Don Lemon was already annoying. He played the race card far too often. And you see that way too much. Like, you just see that way too much with, like, I mean, I play the race card too often. But
yeah, his last big interview was that Vivek Shwami, who's running for president, and Don Lemon keeps arguing with him. You don't know what it's like to be black. But it's just like, but how many CNN interviews are just someone yelling, "You don't know what it's like to be black"? And
that's frustrating, man. That just like makes it to where nobody can have an intelligent debate if you go that route, because it's like you should be able to debate about anything, even if you're not a woman, if you're not a black man or a Mexican or whatever, even if you're not a white man. I don't really care what color your skin is. It's like, you're still a human being. It's called the human experience. We all suffer in different ways. And I think that's the one thing that unites us, but nobody ever wants to get on board with that. But
well, I mean, you can do that. Like, if you're Don Lemon or you're CNN in general, if you just want to spend your 24 hours of your network that you've got saying every 10 minutes that you're arguing over what it's like to be black, go ahead. I'm just saying it's not a ratings winner.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what race you are, you're going to get tired of that after like the 23rd and a half hour of it nonstop. It's like, who's going to tune into that?
It's so annoying.
It's exhausting, and people don't tune in. That's why their ratings are nothing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people just want to know the facts. People just want to know what's going on in the world. And yeah, if you want to have an opinion on it, sure. But at least give us what you know, and then give us your opinion afterwards. Like, here's what's been going on. And then here's the straight facts, but here's what I think about it. It's kind of what I do. Like, I'll give straight, like, those pros and cons videos I do.
Yeah.
I'll do objective pros and cons about something, and then I'll be like, here's what I think off the cuff. I think there's more pros than cons. I prefer this over that. Stuff like that. I'll go off the cuff, but I give the facts first as objectively as possible. Then I give my biases next. And I think that format is going to be the future of YouTube and internet stuff, and maybe even television, hopefully, crossing my fingers. But I think people want to hear facts then opinions. I think that's the order it should be.
That's what it was. If you look at the history of cable news, CNN started like that. It was a pretty straight network. It wasn't that liberal or conservative. I mean, Ted Turner started it, and he's more liberal, but the network itself was just a lot of news stories, like a plane crashed, a train derailed, some product got recalled. Like, that was mostly it. And then they had a couple shows where people debate stuff, but it was mostly just, it was kind of just, here's what happened. And then I think Fox News changed that, because when Bill O'Reilly came out, they became more opinion-based itself, because they felt CNN was kind of liberal, which it was. But then Fox News took it to another level. It became like way more opinion. And then CNN upped it a bit, their opinion. Like, I didn't watch it for a few years, and I turned it in one day. I'm like, what happened to this channel? It's just people spouting opinions. And then MSNBC came along and said, hold my beer. And then they took it even farther. So then it was just Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN was kind of stuck in the middle, because they would pretend they're like a legitimate thing still, but it was mostly opinion. But they had nowhere to go, because they couldn't really be as extreme as MSNBC. And they couldn't really compete with Fox, so they just were in a no man's land. But Fox kind of started with taking it to mostly opinion. But then after a while, Fox dialed the opinion down, and they became more news than the other two. Yeah. So I think that's why their ratings were more. The ratings became higher. So. But yeah, that's sort of the short history of cable news. People just kept upping opinion or news, opinion or news, opinion or news. And in the end, CNN had nowhere to go. MSNBC found a liberal audience, and Fox News ended up dialing down their opinion a little. Like, I still check Fox News' website if I just want major news. Like, did a nuclear bomb go off in a city? That's what I'm looking for every single morning when I wake up. but I'm not going to turn to CNN or MSNBC because they'll just give me BS. So Fox actually somehow became more reality, even though they didn't start out like that. So.
Yeah, I was already on the fence about Fox News for a while, though. I'm going to admit, for a long time. Like Tucker Carlson, like I said, is the only reason even when I was at if I wanted to watch the news, Tuck is the only guy. I mean, I like Greg Gutfeld. He's kind of funny, but he's a little redundant sometimes. But I feel like
the show's so awkward. Gutfeld's show's so awkward. Like, he's got these writers. It's like, it reminds me of Arsenio Hall made a comeback a few years ago. But the show kind of bombed because they didn't have a budget for a lot of good writers. So he would tell these jokes that no one would laugh at. And his audience would just be stunned at how bad the jokes were. And I'm like, I don't know why he couldn't write his own jokes that were funny. But anyway, so the show ended up lasting like one season, his big comeback, and it was gone. But that's kind of what Gutfeld is. Gutfeld's show's okay when the individual people start talking like about a topic. But when it's just Gutfeld giving like a monologue, it's just sort of like, it's just kind of awkward. Like, the jokes aren't that good. So it's like he'd be better off just giving a straight monologue on his opinion on something rather than me trying to be funny and then have everyone else be funny. But I don't know. But still, it's still better than Colbert and all those other shows.
Well, by the way, I'm gonna probably get off the live stream here in about 5 minutes. I gotta eat something, man. I haven't really ate shit today. But before I go, though, if we'll give 5 more minutes, I want to hear an update. Any updates on the whole protest situation, the union
I
stuff?
went into work today. I ended up getting a ton of stuff done, and without the main person who's like above me because they're on strike. So it was just me and a couple, like a manager and someone above her, just getting stuff done. But we like sent money out the door. We fucking did a whole bunch of stuff. So
Stay productive, my man. I dig it, dude. I dig it.
But while the strike was on, they've now started blocking like seaports and stuff like that. And they're going to start trying to block border crossings or airport. They're escalating the strike until the government gives us a higher raise. But at the same time, apparently they've agreed to like 580 of the union's demands or something, and they're down to like 4. But it's the 4 major ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had 580 demands. I thought
a lot
of like
fucking demands. Jesus.
But they're down to like 4 major ones, like pay and working from home and crap like that. But I did finally get attacked by, they changed some rules with the student loan or something like that with interest. And my student loan payment got cut by like over $200 from what I was paying. So the money I'm spending on the new place that I just moved to more expensive is now offset by my student loan payment being less. So, because I was paying like $600 a month for student loan, and now it's been cut to like $370 or something. So that offsets that. So it's just nothing but winning. And some college professor who picked a fight with me a year ago and almost got me fired for that because he complained to my manager. He not only had the heritage site he works at shut down, but he's no longer teaching at the college that I went to. He's been removed from that. It's like he's a adjunct professor now, which means he's not teaching anymore. And he posted some Twitter rant about how mad he was about the university. They don't value his work. And then he tweeted that he had to buy himself a cinnamon bun and eat it alone because nobody cared. It was his last day. So I beat that guy too. So I beat this union annoying moron. I beat this loser professor. He has like a neck beard. And
Jill's saying is stand your ground.
Yeah.
Stand your ground, man. I love it.
The student loan down, and I might get a raise if the strike hits. So it's just been a winning week. Yeah. So Tucker, I don't care about Tucker's going to be fine. It's just we're all moving forward.
Yeah, Tucker's going to be good. In fact, I kind of feel relieved. At first I was kind of like, fuck Fox News. And I still am fuck Fox News, by the way. Screw Fox News.
My only worry about Tucker is that he'd do what I would do, which is I'm 53. I'm loaded with money. I'm going to hang out in a basement for the rest of my life. No one was ever going to see me again. That's probably what I would do. But he's talked about, he saw the interview. He's like, he said he feels he's naturally very lazy. So he constantly gives himself stuff to do. So he's probably going to come up with like 5 new shows for himself to do. So
he'll find something, man. He's good. He's good. I'm excited to see the next chapter of Tucker, man. I'm excited.
Oprah had a next chapter. Why can't Tucker have a next chapter?
No, man, I love it.
So we do a speaking tour. Rogan does stadiums. Maybe Tucker can do stadiums.
No, dude, I think he'd sell out a place pretty easily. Like, no joke, easy. But anyway, man, I'll catch you later. I gotta eat something real quick, and then I don't know, maybe I might record some pre-recorded shit and then probably upload it or something. But yeah, I got the next 2 days off.
My last video with you bombed. It got like 9 views, but that's okay because I
9
was
views? You got more than that. I think we got like
I got 10 views or something. But
I looked at the analytics. I think it was like 32 or 60 or something. I know we got.
I think I only got 10. But your Star Trek video, wasn't there another Picard tonight or something?
There was. I never did a reaction video to it because I had been busy, and I was like, well, I think it's a little. I mean, I could still probably do a late reaction to it. Why not?
That's your 1,000 view jackpot last time.
Oh yeah, no, I got a lot of good shit. I got a lot of good shit. In fact, I might do a reaction video to the last episode still.
Yeah.
Anyway, just because I'm sure I won't have to compete with everybody else on the last episode one because everybody's already made their videos, so I'll just be the last of the people to make it. But
and your subs took off. You're like almost 790 now. That Picard video. So yeah, do another Picard reaction and make it Star Trek theme. Like, do you have Spock ears or something you can put on? Do you have any pita bread just cut into a triangle?
I already feel like I got a semi Spock haircut a little. No, I actually don't have a bowl cut. But
you got a Captain Kirk haircut.
It's funny shit. But yeah, I was gonna say like one thing that's been helping out with my subscribers is I've been taking video of my girlfriend's cats. Oh, really? So she's got like 3 cats, and I've just been taking my Pixel phone and I just been using my phone and just recording short videos of the cats.
Oh, I didn't even see those. I'll look those up.
Yeah. If you look at my short videos, you'll see like I've also been showing a lot of other videos besides those, but yeah, I just did like 3 of those, and like I got so many likes and so many views just from posting pictures of me talking to the cats, and the cats just looking at me like I'm crazy. But
right on, cat video. That's another big winner. Picard reviews and cat videos. Those are ratings bonanzas.
Oh, dude,
you will have more ratings than Fox News. You should post a video. I just signed Tucker to the Michael Garza Show.
Oh my god, yes. I want to get one of those like AI things that can like create like an AI version of Tucker that will respond to me. That like just pretend like I'm doing a Tucker interview, but make sure the AI poorly draws out Tucker's movements and stuff. So like it's like clearly a fake. But I'll be like, Tuck, thank you so much for becoming my latest in Garza Media. I appreciate it.
You could at least Photoshop him into your frame for like a thumbnail or something.
Get a little Tuck.
Put him in the background on that metal folding chair. Make him look like he's coming out of that closet in the back. Just like have him like half in there or something.
Dude, I wonder how Alex Stein is going to react to his father, his biological father, Tucker Carlson, getting fired. Though I can't wait to see the next Alex Stein episode. I really can't, because he's gonna make it all about Tucker. Dude, maybe that's the next big interview. Tucker Carlson's just gonna go on Alex
it'll probably
Stein.
be Alex Stein. That'll be his first
like,
interview.
He's like my son, so I might as well have an interview with my biological son.
Alex Stein's gonna do a video now. He's got to support his dad who lost his job due to the recession.
I'm gonna love it, man. I'm gonna love it.
No, here's your video. Have a Photoshop Tucker in that closet. Say, I signed Tucker. He comes out of the closet in his first interview.
I love it, man. I'm all about it. I love the Tuck Show, man.
Awesome, man.
Just remember though, you can't cuck the Tuck. Can't cuck the Tuck. No.
Yeah, I like when he used to do those funny interviews with professors and stuff. But we talked about this. They stopped doing them because they wanted too much money. Like to go on a show, if he had like a liberal on, they'd want like 10 grand. They'd want 30 grand. Like he'd have a professor on who said something crazy, but they'd go on for like 30 grand or something. After a while, he's like, why are we paying these people so much money for like a 10-minute thing? So forget it. If they can come on, not. If not, we're not paying them anymore. So. That's how we got big, though, was those confrontational interviews. Now that I remember it. That really
Crazy Kathy or whatever. Crazy Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy Aru.
And then whoever else. But yeah, I love those interviews. They're funny as shit. Anyway, my man, Mr. Tim, I'm out, dude. But I gotta get my UFC. I've been noticing you doing the sweet UFC stuff. Like, you actually look like you got good form. My form is shit. Like, I feel like
I've been working out. What does it look like?
Because I like to do this kind of form, like right here, kind of like when I'm fighting. I like to kind of have my kung fu style, and then like that, and just kind of block, and kind of. I don't know. Not very. I don't know. I gotta get okay jab.
It's like your body is windsurfing. You're getting blown around. I'm like trying to be like Keanu Reeves when I trying to be like a kung fu master. Like, oh,
Oh, drunken fist here, drunken fist. Oh. I'm a terrible fight. I'm okay at fighting. I got an okay jab, but my form sucks. I get my ass kicked by an actual kung fu master any day of the week. But I love sparring though. Sparring is something I enjoy, even though I got okay blocks, but my form sucks though. Still.
Oh my God, you got to go on Creator Clash. Who are you gonna box on Creator Clash?
Strongman personal finance. That would be fun.
Maybe start with that guy from Baltimore. Like you might be able to take
my boy. I don't know. My boy seems skinnier than me. He seems way skinnier than me because I'm a big boy.
Send
Dude.
him
I'm
an
like
email as a
270.
joke. Tell him that Creator Clash contacted you and they want you to box each other.
Yeah, Aiden from Baltimore. Yeah, Aiden from Baltimore, who I think is my other son. It's my illegitimate son.
Yeah, tell him Creator Clash contacted you and they want you to box in a prelim fight on their next pay-per-view.
That'd be awesome, by the way. Dude, I'd be down. Like if that'd be fun to just do fake sparring or just even do real sparring. I'm totally fine with it.
Tell Creator Clash you want to wrestle Belle Delphine and Copper Cab's the referee.
Oh, that's what I want to see though, is Copper Cab versus Belle Delphine.
Yeah, and they have to be wearing drag. It can be like a Jello wrestling thing or something. WWE used to have tuxedo matches where you had to rip the guy's tuxedo off, like his bow tie and his jacket. They could have like a drag tuxedo match, Belle Delphine versus Copper Cab. Copper Cab fully dressed, and then it starts with the wig, and you got to rip those eye things he had on.
My eyes. All I can think of is that fucking terrible video of Copper Cab just like on the table, like with his fucking panties or whatever the fuck he was wearing. And I was like, no, I don't need to see this ever. It's like that image is burned in my mind. And
we'll have to watch another episode of that or a different live stream.
Need to watch a little more Copper Cab. Anyway, man, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna eat a little pizza probably and just kind of rest it up for a bit. I'm gonna upload a couple more things later, but probably record a couple more pre-recorded videos. But I'll let you get a little rest yourself. You probably got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, at least it's working from home though. I'm only in the office Mondays, Fridays. So.
Oh, baller! Do you get it? Yeah. We'll just still rest it up anyway, or relax, do what you got.
Yeah, I've been up since like 5 a.m. My eyes are all messed up.
Dude,
I was laying in bed half asleep, and then I'm like, I saw your thing pop up.
Oh, dude, get it. Well, hey man, knock yourself back out. And just be like, ugh. That's what I would do, man. If I had to get up at 5 a.m., I would be taking ZQL and knocking my ass out, bro. That's what I would do because no, man, I'm not all about that life. Anyway, I'll let you get back to sleep, my brother.
All right, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, Michael Garza Show.
All right, sleep well, Tim. Woo! Later. Tim Smith, the greatest of all time. Nah, it's always fun to have him on. He's a cool dude. He is Canada. And I'm America. No, but no, he is a fun dude to have on. I honestly think people need to listen to my man Tim a little bit more. Anyway, I gotta get something to eat, everybody. Anyway, later. Stay sexy, my friends, and I'm out. Later. Tucker Carlson. Out.